G'day folks, Tony again here for more Renowned Explorers International Society. Let's continue to make our way around the emerged island. We have 9 of 14 supply left here, so I think we're going to duck back here and we're going to grab these extra supplies before we continue making our way eastwards, or what I assume is eastwards, across the island. Not really sure that we gained an awful lot by that, because now when we move back, we're right back where we started. Oh well, it was worth a try. Nature challenge and research to be found here, and that's our jam, so let's give it a go. While you're walking through the trees, Jean-Pierre hears something. As you come closer, you notice a voodoo deer standing in a small clearing. It seems not only the pirates and monkeys are cursed on this island. In order to study it, you'll have to catch it. Fortunately, we have Kiwi with us, which is a 100% chance. Thanks, Kiwi. With Kiwi's survival instincts, the deer is soon caught. You take notes on the research from up close, and its antlers make a nice trophy. That's some pretty grim implications there, but okay. Let's just harvest all of these things. Oh, look, some more resources here. Technique challenge. An engineer or rogue may be useful. Well, we're flat out of luck there, but let's have a go anyway. Smoke is rising from the horizon. After a short walk, you discover that it's a campfire with a bearded man next to it. You introduce yourselves and listen to the man's story. The man is a captain of a ship named the Stubborn Guppy. That's an incredible name. That was sailing towards America with many goods on board. All of the captain's crew either died or joined Captain Roche. But the captain is determined to continue his journey to America when the island sinks once more. While the ship floats, the captain has but one request. Let's find out what it is. Captain still has some supplies left, but none of his crates has gotten stuck. One of his crates has gotten stuck high up in a tree. If you could get it out, that would be fantastic. Sure. Let's go with the 44. Cross your fingers. I knew we'd do it. I just knew it. Amelia constructs a neat pulley. When the crate is a few meters from the ground, the rope snaps and the crate falls on the ground. Some goods are damaged, but most of it is okay. The bearded man is very happy. He will spread the word when he gets to America and gives you some of the supplies that were in the crate. Hooray! We did it! I can see that Kiwi can level up, so let's get onto that immediately. Kiwi is going to get a new ability, an aggressive ability called Flank and Shank. Cool. Lowers the armor of the target for 1 turn. Can only be used when this character is flanking the target. You can flank a target when you and an ally are next to the target, but not next to each other. Okay, very good. So what are we going to do here? Are we going survivalist camping, or are we going archaeologist occult? I'm pretty sure that Amelia already has plenty of archaeology, so let's continue going with the survivalist. Good stuff. All right. Where to now? Where to? Gold. Research. I do like me some research. Let's do the research. The island has emerged, and there is slime everywhere. You're at a good spot to take some magnificent samples to study. Good stuff. We're really cranking them up there. All right, let's have a real quick look and see where it is that we're trying to get to. Up the top there. There is an epic encounter here. 2 supply to get there. We could go 1, 2, and also get this here, and then head up here to this research. I do kind of want to give the epic encounter a go. Athlete, naturalist, or survivalist, that's all us as well. All right. Could be wading into something that's beyond our ability to handle, but that's okay. You find a pile of discarded bracelets, probably left here by the pirates, because they do not contain any valuable materials. But one of them sure looks like a status symbol. Okay. All right. There might be an epic encounter. Let's find out if there is. A pristine mangrove. This area seems untouched by any voodoo work. This means that even those voodoo goons couldn't get past this area. Whatever you're going to find here, it's going to be very dangerous. Should the crew continue? Sure, why not? That makes for good radio. The mangrove stands before the crew. It's both magnificent and scary in its untouched nature. After taking some time to observe the saltwater swamp, someone steps forward to say something. Amelia is going to say, let's move out, but I'm not taking the lead. The mangrove has many places to go. First, the crew needs to determine what they're looking for. A naturalist might find some interesting clues, though the options are overwhelming. Let's go with Amelia on that 94%. Way better off than the other two, but still potentially able to fail. I'm pretty sure that sometimes the game just puts that skull very close to where it ends on the spin to make you feel a sense of tension. Anyway, it worked. Wait a minute. There is most certainly some impressive life form present in these mangroves. Amelia follows the clues in a curious frenzy while the crew is having a hard time keeping up with her. Where is Amelia leading us? Leading us to tons of tokens. Amelia's little treasure hunt leads you to a very, very murky area of the mangrove with a strong current. It's gross, it's tough to go through, and you'll have a very hard time taking all your supplies with you. Amelia ponders on what to do. If only someone was athletic enough to carry the supplies. Come on, Jean-Pierre. I believe in you. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Jean-Pierre smells like the London sewers and is absolutely disgusted, but he managed to carry everything to a more traversable area, a Herculean effort. Great, thanks, Jean-Pierre. When the crew arrives at a place that should have been pristine, a beautiful natural clearing with many exotic flowers, but it's vandalized. Who would come here to cut these old trees and stampede on the flowers? Who would do such a thing? What? Out of the blue, a group of monsters emerges from the mud. Crabs! One of them is obviously the king crab. Of course, the crabs must have crabbed all over the place. Typical crab behavior to ruin something beautiful. It's a bit judgy. Darn crabs. Oh boy. The jerks turn themselves to the crew. It seems like they're out to ruin your day as well. Time to make those crabby menaces stop. Here we go with a rank 5 encounter. Uh-oh. Holy smokes. All right. I mean, they're all kind of cool, just as long as it's not friendly. All right. They're aggressive, so friendly would probably be inadvisable. But, oh boy, look at how many hit points they have. That's crazy. All right. Just going to do a periphery check. Make sure there aren't others lurking. Of course, there could potentially be reinforcements coming in as well. All right. Bottlenecking seems like a good idea. Getting ourselves into a position where... okay. Alright. We'll start with our usual. We're going to get everyone in a good mood. Thanks, Amelia. And let's get right into... Actually, what's going to work here? Yeah. Oh boy, that's a lot of... That's a lot of nastiness. We should possibly all stack onto the one here. So I might try moving Jean-Pierre over here. And I'm going to try this to get this crab impressed. There we go. So a bit of the old strategy that we've used before. So the speech defense is down, which means I can try and do this in rage. It's not quite going to drop them as low as I was hoping. That's okay. give it a try anyway. So we've knocked one down to about half, and we're sort of on our way to switching to a devious mindset. I think this is going to be... Oh boy, there are more crabs. This is going to get hectic real quick. Ow. Well, fortunately, we've had 2 misses here so far, so that's good, I guess. Taking out this king crab will end the scenario if this is a boss encounter. Didn't it say there were more crabs? Or maybe it means they're coming on the next turn. All right. What to do? I'm pretty sure that given where everything's positioned here, we should be able to get a loudmouth off from Kiwi here. So I'm going to do another good old beardy impressionism over here. Then I'm going to drop that loudmouth, which is not quite enough to take down that one there. That's frustrating. I had hoped that that would be a flat kill. Oh. Oh no. That's... Oh, what have we done? So we've made the king crab also wrathful. Come at me, brah. Being overly aggressive makes this crab quicker and stronger, but vulnerable. Negative 90 armor. Okay. Interesting. Perhaps then, if that is the case... We got negative 20 armor though. Oof, I don't like that. And they have strong negative armor. Alright, maybe the best way to do this is going to be to try and keep ourselves sort of mobile. Oh boy, that's doing nearly nothing. It's going to make them mad. What will that do? Decreasing armor, sure. We don't want to do that, clearly. What's going to happen if I do this? Will that take them out at the back there? It might do. Let's give it a go. Alright, so that's calmed them down again. So that's also good because there wasn't an angry one around, I guess. Good to know. This is going to be a tough fight, folks. Especially if they actually start hitting just like that. Oh no, look out. Dear me. So that's one down. We're going to lose an entire turn here by having to use one person to get Kiwi back on their feet. Although, is that the best use of our time right now, or is it better for us to actually try and knock this other crab out? I'm actually wondering if it might not be better to just try and hit this crab. Okay. Should be able to do something at range here. So we'll hit them. Okay. So it looks like we've had a similar response here by provoking things and making people grumpy. But we're going to move Amelia in. And I think we're going to try and shift away from this friendly mindset. We're going to go for devious. So that should take them out. That should also shift us. Plus 25 grit, that's good. It's also powered them down, which is also good. And now we can end our turn. Kiwi doing great. We've just had more crabs come in. Ugh, I think we really need to find a way to just start clobbering this king. Oh, ouch. think it's time for some cheery cheerfulness, but I think we should try and get ourselves in here where we're all going to sort of be in a fairly strengthy position. I think we're going to have to get Amelia to... how are we going to do this, actually? Maybe we could move Amelia here. Decisions. Amelia definitely needs to be healed. Alright, so Amelia, we're going to move you here. Then we're going to get... What's this going to do? Hit chance 100%. Target becomes excited if it is positive, giving plus 25% speech. Sure. Adds 3 friendly to the mood. Well, we don't want that. We don't want to switch back to friendly. Let's just ignore that then. Inspiring attack. Alright. That's going to make people confident, but it's not going to heal anyone. Alright. That's also not going to heal you very much. Dear. Alright. Let's cancel out of that. We're going to revive Kiwi. Yay, indeed. Kiwi, we're going to use you to try and heal up Amelia a little bit. So let's do that. And I think we're also going to have to do the same. No, it doesn't work. Damn. Every little bit of healing we can, because we don't want Amelia to drop as well. I'm hoping that these others can take the hits that are about to come in here. Final group of crabs. All right. So there is a finite number of crabs, which is good. We may be able to do a bit of an attrition. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Indeed. All right. Amelia, do you have your special up again? You do. So now it's time to get everyone all moved. Amelia, you can get there. That's bad. We don't want you there. We're going to want you around somewhere different. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. Kiwi, we're going to move you all the way back here. Amelia, we're going to move you here. And Jean-Pierre, we're going to move you here. Amelia, you're going to drop your tranquility, which should be able to get all of us, and it can. It's going to be a goodly amount of healing for everyone. Yay! And what else are we going to be able to do for ourselves here? Speech defense. I guess that kind of... It's not worth that extra healing because you're in a healing zone. We don't need to change your mood. We just need to try and keep ourselves... we need to try and keep ourselves as healthy as possible. I think we've done reasonably well at that, actually. Were there any other crabs? There are. Okay, so I think that might be the final wave. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal crabs. Ugh, and the king crab. But we're just going to have to try and keep them from all coming at us at the one time. So Jean-Pierre would be nice to move around to another position where he can only get hit by one thing at a time. Good. Well, we're still not in too bad a position there, I think, actually. Given the particular abilities and strengths of people and the fact that 2 of us are in a healing pool here, this does feel pretty good. So, what's the best No, that's the wrong person. Loudmouth, that's only on adjacents. And Jean-Pierre does have the ability to do the Impress from a range of 2. Alright, so what we might do here, even though this is going to be a little bit of a slow way through, don't want to end up with an enemy here because they're going to be healing themselves. Alright, let's try this and we'll see how it works out. Who should we do first? Actually, if we're just gonna be here, we might as well just try whaling on the crab, the king crab. We're going to get ourselves into a mighty fine pickle here with flip-flopping backwards and forwards into friendly if we're not careful, though. We'll get some Excite here to get a little bit of healing up. And let's try doing this as well. Can't remember exactly what Amnesia Shot does. Adds a debuff, negative 15 armor, negative 20 speech defense, negative 20 grit for 1 turn. Okay, and doesn't affect aggro. Good to know. Bring it on, bad crabs. We've kind of made that decision for us there, haven't you? They're all going to come scuttling in, so they're quite slow moving. That's handy to know. Jean-Pierre, might be time for you to get some clobbering in here. It'd be nice if we had folks who are more at range. But we don't really have that right now. So we might have to do this the slow way. Jean-Pierre can't move anymore. Kiwi can't quite make her way around to do an attack of opportunity yet, but we are possibly close to being able to do that. So more exciting to keep people healed up. We're going to have these other crabs coming in here and presumably coming around here to worry about fairly soon. Going to have to do this slowly, otherwise we are just going to get completely annihilated. We're going to use the layout of the map to our advantage. All right. Amnesia Shot has a long cooldown. Enrage does work at range, so let's do that. That's going to make the king crab mad, but that's fine. One thing at a time, one hit at a time, one bad folk at a time. All right, so now that its weak spot is exposed, we should be able. I think this is the way that we're supposed to be doing this, is to make them lift their chests up so that their weak spots are up, so that we can do things like this. Good work. And now we're into a hostile mindset. Okay. We can do this, I hope. I'm so glad these little crabs are moving in before the king crab has a chance to come in full clobber mode. All right, so we got attacks coming from two sides here now. This is going to make things a little bit more tricky. King crab is going to come around to Kiwi. This could get interesting. All right. Kiwi, you're a ways away. Let's try. How are we going to do this? If I enrage up... No, we should do this one at a time. This will be fine. Good, good. So we're gonna do the same kind of concentrated, targeted approach here that we used last time, because it seemed to allow us to take a crab down in one go. And then when the crab is dead, the king crab is no longer angry. And it's important, yes, it's important not to leave any of the crabs in that angry state, otherwise the king crab will come in and just biff us to bits. Question is, do we have enough in this kind of inherent healing pool here to keep a couple of characters? Not Amelia, though, that's the problem. This could get tricky. As long as the king crab keeps moving around there, though, that will be fine. All right. So we need to heal up. We need to heal up Amelia. Not as much from that as I'd hoped. So maybe Tranquility will work. Is that off of cooldown? It is. That's going to give us a bunch more. And that's much better. So now we can do this one here as well. Because I don't want to do a single enrage on a crab. And then potentially have an enraged king. All right, what's that king crab going to do? If we can keep them flip-flopping backwards and forwards without actually coming in to engage us, that would be handy. Yeah, this strong field positioning that we've got here is really going to be very advantageous for us. Okay. Right, I'm going to run the gauntlet here. Actually, wait. Let's try this differently. We'll do a single enrage on this crab. And then we'll see if an attack from Jean-Pierre is going to be enough. Because they have had a sort of one attack there on them just before. King Crab's cranky as well. Good, good, good. So it's important that this enemy drops. And it will. So that's good. Good to know. So Jean-Pierre is probably going to be facing the wrath of the King Crab. But not in a provoked state. And that means that Kiwi still has an Excite, which we can use for a heal. Go team, go. Well done us. Looks like an aggressive victory might be the way for us to go here to keep ahead of this curve. I would really like Amelia to not be taking all of those hits, but there's not really a lot we can do about that. Jean-Pierre is definitely the one to be in a position to be taking those king crab hits. All right. How do we do this now? Kind of want to get Kiwi to come around to the side here. Can you can agitate as well. That's good to know. But we don't want you... All right. Here's what we're going to do. A little bit of old-fashionedness here. You can drop a heal. Yay, indeed. You can just hit. So we don't... Actually, wait. You can debuff the king. And now you can do your inspiring attack, because it's also going to do a heal on everyone. Let's see if that also enrages. I don't think it will, because it's not going to change the mood. A little bit of heals for everyone. Good. How's this going to work? It's such a big hit. It would be really handy if those other crabs had come around to Jean-Pierre's side, because that was working fairly well. But it's clearly not going to keep working now. We're going to have to run the risk here. We need a heal. Possibly need two. All right. what we need to do is we need to move Amelia back out of the way for now. We're going to move Kiwi up here. Then we're going to move Amelia back here. So we still have everyone clustered together nicely. But now Amelia shouldn't be about to take a big hit from anyone. Do we have anyone for a flanker shank? No, we don't. Don't have the adjacency bonuses that we need. So we're just going to do just a little bit of traditional biffo to try and whittle some people down little by little. It's the little by little whittle. Good, good. Field positioning seems to be what this is all about. And not keeping that not having that king crab in an enraged state. So those natural heals there from this field position are going to help us out. Definitely time for a tranquility drop. And I'm not confident in Kiwi's ability to do a full hit takedown there yet. So once again, without enraging anyone, we're just going to do another couple of standard melee attacks, just so that we're dishing out some form of damage to something some of the time. Come on now. Oof. As long as we can keep everyone from falling down. We've still got 4 resolve left. We started with 5 on this expedition. And to get through an epic engagement with only losing 1, I think I'll be happy with that. All right. Now we should be able to do our enrage. So let's enrage this crab. So much for that. I guess it's up to you now to make this crab sad. Let's give that a go. Right, so Devious, again, that's going to agitate the king again. And Kiwi, as long as you can actually hit here and take this thing down, and you can't, oh dear. What about this one? No, that's also not going to help. This one is also not going to help. Oh, we're just going to have to wear a big hit from the king crab here, and from this one as well. This is going to hurt. Let's see what happens. Oh no, that's bad. That was the gamble we were facing there. Oh, thank heavens. The miss from the king there. That's good. All right. That's not going to do it. This one here should do it though. That will take them down and out. So with them gone, good stuff. And they've run away, and we should be able to do a revive. Kiwi's back in action. All right, hopefully that's the last drop that we have. I don't want to lose any more resolve, even though this is definitely a very tough encounter and worth fighting. I don't want to chip too far into the rest of our capacity to to win the overall scenario. So let's do an Encrankinate. Negative 25 armor. But they're not having their stomach exposed because they don't do it based on their mood. They do it based on the mood of the others. Interesting. All right. Well, in that case, should we be a little cheeky here? Oh, but that means Kiwi's going to get hit again. No, that won't work. Kiwi seems to be killable in one hit, so we're just going to stick to the slow and steady approach. Give everyone some heals, or should we just hit? Whew. Good, good. Looks like this episode's going to be a slightly longer one. I don't want to cut this in the middle here. So we're just going to stick this out one way or another until we're at the end. So that little crab is too far away for us to hit easily with any of our abilities. Although, actually, we might be able to do this. This should do it. But then Jean-Pierre is going to take a giant hit. We're just going to have to deal with it. Because as long as they're sad now, they should be moving around the back all sad. That means the king crab should be up and super cranky. But we're going to have to do this sometime. That's doing absolutely nothing. That is too far away. All right. Tranquility we're going to save for the next one because we're definitely going to need it. That's being blocked, I think. And I think everyone is too far away for that to take effect. Beautiful, beautiful. Although, no, moving around here, I could probably use this flank and shank. It's only going to lower armor and do a bit of a hit, and then Kiwi would get absolutely pummeled by two very angry crabs. That would be a bad deal. All right, we're going to wear this. Let's see what happens. That's it. Come on around. They're moving a lot faster now that they're grumpy. Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Super duper happy about that. All right, now that you're up, we should be able to hit you hard. So let's get on with that. Hitting you as hard as we can. We don't need tranquility right now. It would be nice. You know what? I think we might try a little bit of mobility here to try and shake things up a little. And I think we'll leave Amelia there. Yep, I think we will. Let's do this. Who are we going to hit? Of course. Oof, ouch. And another ouch there. So Amelia, it's tranquility drop time. Good work. Kiwi, it is time for you to do a flank and shank. Oh yeah, very good. So it should be some armor lowering. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I think this king crab is probably going to hit Kiwi super hard here in a moment, but so be it. If not for epic encounters, what else is that resolve pool good for? Oh, okay, good. Glad that it didn't go that way. A little bit of healing from people there. What's going to give us the most damage here? Not that. Definitely that. I don't think the king crab could be any more angry than they are right now. And this should put the whole thing to bed, I'm hoping. Top work, team. Heals up for everyone. We won an aggressive victory, and look at all of these. Look at all of these tokens that we get. Good, good. Yay us. Ha! The foolish crustacean is no match for the supreme explorer. The beast is a goner. The crew takes the king crab for taxidermy. Everyone will know what happens to bullies like this fellow. Victory! King crab. Oh, look at all that renown. And 2 insight as well. Top work. We'll take that treasure. Good stuff. That sure was a weird adventure. The crew feels like they suffered a bit more than normal in these mangroves. As the crew leaves the mangrove, they talk about their crabby adventure. Amelia thinks it's worth it. Jean-Pierre, however, thinks you suffered a bit too much there just to bring back a giant dead crab. In any case, everyone is happy to get out of the mangrove. Indeed we are. And, whew, what a long episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when other episodes are released. Tell a friend if you think they might enjoy this. And come back again soon for more Renowned Explorers International Society.